Hello everybody and welcome back to Mindful SMP. As you can tell from the package over my right shoulder, I am doing some recording on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, all of the chests turn into presents, which is pretty fun. See them spotted about here and there. We're going to run over to our base and check on a couple of things, give you a couple updates, and then we're going to get some work done on the Carnival. First, what happened here? Lautner did a little bit of vandalizing to my base. Ooh, this is not vandalizing. This is a gift. Lautner got me a spore blossom. Awesome. I can definitely use this. He, if you haven't seen his other video, found a really massive lush cave. And so I know he's been collecting a lot of stuff. And I haven't gotten one of these yet, so he delivered one. So thank you so much, Lautner. Mindful SMP is sponsored by MC Pro Hosting. If you want to play on a server with friends, you can save 20% by using the code MINDFUL at checkout. Something else I want to show you is over here, kind of where that goat was bouncing up and down. We had this big space here, and we've decided we're going to turn this into basically like Mindful Park. Just a big green space for people to build, decorate, that kind of thing. And the other day, Rose had started building a fountain, and then Lautner and I spent a little bit of time putting this statue up here, which I think looks really great. A couple of pufferfish in here, so you got to be kind of careful. But I think it looks really, really good. We might build something out here at some point, but first I want to get some work done on the Carnival. We're going to head back over there, and I have a few updates for you. One of the updates is I started working on a path. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a different design than we were doing over in Spawn. And this is definitely not final. I think I want to add a little bit more texture and variance to this, but at least it's a start. And this path will go all the way back to Spawn and then all the way over here to the shopping district. The other update is I have a plan for this place. So right now we have the archery game and the spelunker game. We've got the maze, we've got the parkour course, and there are 4 more things that we are going to build. 2 of them are going to be games, and 2 of them are going to be rides. Now, the rides are going to be pretty big, so I might do a little bit of work on those between episodes just so that I can kind of get some of it done. The games, though, both pretty redstone heavy, and I think are both pretty fun. And we're going to add one of those today. You might have noticed these trenches everywhere. I'm working on a system where I can run around and collect the tokens that people put in for admission, and that way we can reuse them. So right now we have 2 things on this side and we have 2 things on that side. And then over here, we're going to have 2 more on this side, 2 more on that side. And at the very end, I think we'll have the place where people can redeem their tokens for prizes. Which also reminds me, behind me there where the netherrack is, that's where I was going to build the token booth where people could buy the tokens. But I'm wondering now, should I put it there or should I put it outside the main gate? It is totally possible that we could put the token booth like here or both, or we could do it right inside the entry, whatever makes the most sense. Yeah, this looks good too. I just wonder if it's too crowded. Well, let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment. Should the token booth be outside where people get their tokens and then they come into the Carnival, or should they come into the Carnival and then run into the token booth? Oh yeah, and that spore blossom that Lautner gave me, I want to put it right there. A little bit out of the way. And I think this kind of green particle effect is going to add to the Carnival atmosphere. Hopefully we can find a couple more spore blossoms to put throughout, but I think it just adds to that kind of hazy, festive, kind of dirty atmosphere. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to make a little bit more room here. I do want to future-proof a little bit. So what I'm going to do here and there, build a little wall similar to our wall up front, and then we're just going to put some animals in here like a little petting zoo. And that way, if other people want to expand, we'll have a place where we can do that. Right there, that's going to be our petting zoo. And then here is where we're going to build today's game. And it's going to be kind of one of those strength testers where like you hit a button and see how high you make the lights go. It's not actually going to be based on strength. It's going to be purely luck, but it's going to look like one of those games and kind of behave like it. So this thing is going to have a pretty good amount of redstone in it, but I will explain how it all works as I build it. So let me show you what I got going on so far. We got a button out front, and when we push that button, a signal gets sent to this block, which fires this dropper. Inside the dropper, we have a non-stackable item, and then 2 different stackable items. Now, droppers, when they get a signal, will fire a random item off. So when we push this button, one of those 3 things will get pushed into this hopper. This comparator is taking a signal, and based on what ends up in there, it will send off its own signal. So if we get the piece of stone or the cobblestone, only this piece of redstone is going to light up, and that's it. But if we get the sword in there, which is a non-stackable item, we get a stronger signal, which will come all the way around and reach this repeater. I'll show you real quick. So if we watch that repeater back there, didn't light up, didn't light up, there it lit up, didn't light up, and you notice that these 3 come on no matter what happens here. If the signal reaches the repeater, we're going to do that all over again. This thing is done. Let me give you a quick overview. So this circuit here that I showed you with the dropper and the hopper being measured, I've just repeated it 3 times. So in here we have the 2 stackable items and then the 1 non-stackable item. If the non-stackable item ends up in there, the signal will be strong enough to come around, and then this one will fire off. And again, it could be stackable or non-stackable. If we get the non-stackable item, a couple of these lights will light up, but if it is the sword, it's going to come all the way around, and then this guy will do his thing. So basically, if this one gets anything in it, the first 3 lights light up. If this one gets anything in it, the second 3 lights light up, and then the third one lights up the last 3. Let's give it a shot real quick. So I'm going to push this button. We just got the first set of 3. There we got 2. And there we got 3. Nice. You heard that click at the end. That is that dropper, and that dropper is going to dispense prizes. Now we have 9 slots in a dropper, so I think I'm going to have 9 different things. So doing the math here, it's a little bit slim that you'll ever get a prize, and then it's a 1 in 9 chance of what prize you might get. So I think that'll keep it interesting. Push it a couple more times. We got 2, 2, just 1. Pretty cool. And I think I'm going to have this be free to play, since the odds of winning something are kind of slim, and I think only one of these will be tokens. So a 1 in 9 chance of winning tokens on top of this odds here. And I think that's pretty fair. I'm thinking decoration-wise, I might do deep slate, because we haven't done anything really with deep slate yet, and I think that will be a nice neutral dark background against these lights here. Test your strength, free to play. Awesome. That looks fantastic. I used a little bit of different deep slate variation on the side just to give it a little bit of character. Otherwise, I think that looks really, really good. So between episodes, I'm going to do a couple of things. One is I'm going to figure out what should the prizes be in our strength test. And the other thing I'm going to do is some of the foundational work of the next big ride. Next episode, we're going to add 1 final redstone game. And hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll be able to open this thing up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.